रजिस्ट्रेशन फर्दर कंट्रोल किया कि पब्लिक पॉलिसी. अब ये पब्लिक पॉलिसी का जो नोटिफिकेशन निकला दैट इज चैलेंजिंग. ये कैसे नहीं पता ये तो और ही है. ना वो पावर नहीं है. कहता है कि उस रंग को डिफ्यूज करेंगे जो पब्लिक पॉलिसी से उसकी नोटिफिकेशन निकालने सब गलत हुआ है. Yes.
Well, it's okay. The single judge, the impugn order, my lord, at page 22 of this petition appeal, my lord. The honorable single judge has interfered with the finding of the pricing committee of the housing board, my lord. The pricing committee has been constituted by the order of the division bench of this honorable
That's
court.
right.
My lord.
Now, if a body which is constituted under the orders of this court, if the decision is assailable,
my lord,
should it not be interfered with?
My lord.
Okay. Now, if the price fixation committee takes note of the fact that because of the delay of the respondent,
my lord,
there has been an escalation,
my lord,
and that is found to be wrong, then what would the single judge do?
My lord, this has not been found wrong.
It has not been found to be correct.
I will explain.
Now, you give us the dates.
My lord.
The application for allotment. आप क्यों हड़बड़ा गए? बैठिए. बैठिए.
My lord, may kindly have a look, my lord.
Just a minute. Give us the dates. Have a look.
My lord,
something else.
The dates are, my lord, at page 120.
We are asking you the dates. Forget about what you have stated.
The date of allotment.
You just tell us the dates, Mr. Anand Kumar.
The date of allotment was.
Let us let you hear the question of the court first. Now, an application for allotment was made when? 9/5/94.
My lord.
Right? Allotment was done when? 1996. What is the date?
8/11/1996.
8/11/1996. All right?
My lord.
The price fixed was 74,425.
My lord.
Right?
My lord.
Now, hypothecation agreement कब हुआ?
My lord, 25th May 1999.
After 4 years, after 3 years.
My lord.
The price remained the same. The price remained the same.
But
in that agreement it was 74,425.
But my lord,
आगे बहस करेंगे. आप पहले डेट्स हम लोग जान लें.
My lord.
आपने डिमांड कब रेज की? 92 लाख की. 92,000 की. कितना का डिमांड है?
My lord, that is at page 121.
I am asking you the figure. Forget about the page. We have 2 pages order of the learned single judge. When did you raise the demand? 2006 में 27 देख लीजिए. Have your dates correct. Don't ask the court to go through your pleadings.
My lord.
We are asking you from the impugned order. The demand of 92,000 है ना?
My lord.
92,000. The demand of 92,000 is 27/6/2006.
My lord.
Right? A writ petition was filed when? In 2007. The writ petition CWJC number 12585 was filed in 2007. अब facts हम बोल रहे हैं, आप इधर उधर खोज रहे हैं.
No, my lord. 2 writ petitions were filed.
I am asking about number CWJC number 12585 of 2007,
My
not the writ on which this order has been passed.
My lord.
Right? So this was in challenge to the addition. I mean the demand of 92,000. All right. This was decided when? On 1/3/2012. I think you are required to go through the order which you have challenged. That's all.
My lord.
You have to know the facts of the order which you have chosen to challenge.
My lord.
Now this date is 1/3/2012. Right? On 1/3/2012, the matter was remitted to the chairman of the price fixation committee.
My lord.
He passes an order on 22/4/2014.
My lord.
And he says that there has been a delay on your part. There has been a delay on the part of the LOT. Now how? Tell us how.
My lord.
इतना ही बताना है आपको. इतना इधर उधर हमें क्यों दिखा? बताइए. Fast, mister. If you take so long, I have given you the list of dates. You should have given the court the list of dates.
My lord, may kindly have a look, my lord, the page 68.
You tell us. We will have a look later.
My lord, there was a terms in the allotment letter, my lord.
Yes.
That I may be permitted to read out, my lord. 4 lines. कंडिका 4 में उल्लेखित राशि जमा करने के बाद आवंटी के साथ विहित प्रपत्र में इकरारनामा किया जाएगा। इकरारनामा के प्रपत्र की 4 मुद्रित प्रतियां बोर्ड मुख्यालय संबंधित कार्यपालक अभियंता के कार्यालय में निर्धारित मूल्य पर प्राप्त की जा सकती है। प्रथम प्रति के मुख्य पृष्ठ को विभिन्न शुल्क के स्टैम्प पेपर पर अंकित कराकर तथा आवंटित भूखंड के प्लान की 4 प्रतियां में ट्रेसिंग पेपर पर तैयार कराकर संबंधित कार्यपालक अभियंता के कार्यालय में आवंटी जमा कराकर बोर्ड द्वारा सम्यक जांच उपरांत इकरारनामा का निबंधन आवंटी को अपने खर्च पर कराना होगा। माय लॉर्ड, दिस वाज द इंस्ट्रक्शन टू द बोर्ड। और एंड अबव दैट 1-2 लाइन, माय लॉर्ड, भूखंड के विकास का कार्य आवंटी द्वारा किस्तों के रूप में भुगतान की गई राशि में किया जाना है, अतः आवंटी को किस्तों का भुगतान नियमित रूप से करना है, अन्यथा विकास कार्य में विलंब एवं खर्च हुए बढ़ोतरी का उत्तरदायित्व उन पर होगा। एंड माय लॉर्ड, देयर अपॉन ये पेपर एडवर्टीजमेंट वाज डन।
ऐसे डायलेटरी बहस करेंगे तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू गिव एनी लाइट ऑन व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से। ये तो समझ गए।
माय लॉर्ड, देयर
हु इज डिनाइंग द एस्केलेशन क्लॉज? Is the allotee saying that no, the housing board does not have a right to saddle the allottees with any cost on account of delay? We are only asking you, where is the delay on the part of the allotee?
This is
वो सब तो आपने पढ़ दिया कि डिले होगा, इकरारनामा में नहीं होगा, वो सब इन पर ऐड कर।
He did not executed this इकरारनामा within that stipulated period.
Where is that? Where is that? Tell us. How have you calculated that because of this delay there was a market rise and therefore the cost? See है.
My lord,
we are not interfering with this order.
My lord, 1 minute, my lord. 1 minute, please.
Mr. Anand Kumar, you must come fully prepared before the appellate court. Fully prepared. You don't have the dates of the list of dates before you. We are here not to allow the advocates to sift through the pages of the file and then tell us. That liberty is with the judges. We can read the file here, but you can't read the file here.
No, I'm not reading, my lord. I'm just placing.
Make a note and then make submissions. No, we are not inclined to interfere with this.
My lord, thereupon, my lord, a paper advertisement was done that yes, you please get executed the agreement.
Show us from the order of the price fixation committee. Where is that order?
Pricing committee order, my lord, at
read.
Page 100, my lord. Main relevant paragraph is 3.
Page 100.
100. Relevant paragraph.
एक सेकंड ना, मैं आने दीजिए अब इस पर। पेज 100 तो है ही नहीं। ना, पेज 100 तो है ही नहीं इसमें।
That is annexure 12 of the
writ petition.
My lord.
Just.
रिट पिटीशन का पेज इंटरनल पेज 56 होगा मैडम।
एनेक्चर कौन सा है?
12 मैडम।
जी पढ़िए।
बोर्ड के पक्ष रखते हुए विद्वान अधिवक्ता ने बताया कि याचिकाकर्ता को बोर्ड के पत्र संख्या।
कहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं आप?
परत 3 मैलट नीचे।
जस्ट अ मिनट, गिव अस 1 मिनट, वी हैव नॉट सीन दिस ऑर्डर। कुछ नहीं, we don't find any reason. लिखिए, heard Dr. Anand Kumar, learned advocate for the appellant, and who are you? And Mr. Sanjay Kumar Singh for your respondent number.
Sole
And for the sole, and Mr. Sanjay Kumar Singh, learned advocate for the sole respondent.
My lord,
No, my lord, there
my
are,
lord,
since the original petitioner died.
माइक पे बोलिए ना, माइक पे
My
बोलिए.
lord, since the original petitioner
That's all right. So you are the sole respondent.
No, my lord.
और
Sorry.
भी हैं,
Sorry, my lord.
और भी हैं. All respondent हैं.
My lord.
कहाँ? एक ही है. नहीं, 3 हैं. All right. Yes. हाँ बोलिए.
my lord, there is also interfere with the terms of the regulation of the housing board, my lord.
23C.
And my lord,
23C.
23C.
We don't consider it to be good enough reason for the price fixation.
And my lord,
committee chair.
4 also, my lord. 4 and 23C.
You are extracting money. You are a government agency.
My lord,
The purpose is something else. No matter how much you may try, you would not become a mercantile organization.
my lord,
You have been fleecing money from people.
my lord. But we have to pay
For your
interest
fault.
and all to the, my lord, Hudco. We are taking lending money
Litigation, all of you are fomenting litigation because it suits all of you.
from them. My
The
lord,
officers, the lawyers, everybody.
my lord will appreciate that we are
I have
not,
appreciated and therefore we are dismissing this.
my lord, we are not selling the plots and land with
You have not
profit.
done anything up till now except for making one building in 70s. You have not done anything. You are only wasting your energy in litigation and in troubling and harassing the allottees.
My lord,
This is the only housing board in the country. Nowhere in the state housing boards are so defunct. In fact, you should be made in charge of the Bihar litigation. Because of you, the High Court list is never, it will never finish.
my lord,
कब का बिल्डिंग बनाया, उसमें किसी को निकालते हैं, किसी को इंडक्ट करते हैं, किसी को फर्दर चार्ज करते हैं. इसके बियॉन्ड आपकी जो जमीन है उसको that is being encroached by encroachers and poachers. You have not done anything, sir.
but
Tell me, after the first construction which the housing board carried out, is there any other construction by the board? In fact, you should be wound up now.
my lord, now.
Anyway, why do you hear so much from the court?
My lord, to minimize the.
We are not. We find that the
litigation, my
chairman.
lord.
We find that the chairman of the price fixation committee was looking at it from a closed mind, and we would not interfere with the order of the learned civil judge. Take down.
My lord, the housing board regulations.
We will record your
16,
submissions.
17, 18 and 20.
We will record your submissions. We will record your submissions. We will not be partisan. We will not record only his, points in his favor. We will record your submissions also, and then we will say, without being very abrasive, that the order does not need any interference.
पहले से my lord बहुत सुधार हो गया. हाउसिंग बोर्ड में I am also a lottie myself, but आज के दिन में अब फ्री होल्ड कराने के लिए लोग दौड़ते थे यहाँ वहाँ. अब पोर्टल अपना बन गया है, कोई कहीं दौड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ लोग अप्लाई करता है और उसको फ्री होल्ड हो जाता है. तो इतना सारा डेवलपमेंट हाउसिंग बोर्ड कर रहा है.
Heard Dr. Anand Kumar for the appellant housing board, and Mr. Sanjay Kumar Singh for the respondents. The respondents had approached this court against the demand notice of 92,018 to be paid which was to be paid to the housing board with respect to plot bearing MP number 115 in area Sadha Chhapra, as also against the order dated 22/4/2014 passed by the chairman price fixation committee, Bihar State Housing Board. The the respondents are the heirs of the original allottee who was allotted the plot under the middle income group scheme on 9/5/2014. The allotment letter was issued to the original allottee fixing the price of the land at rupees 74,425. With respect to the said allotment, the hire purchase agreement was executed on 25/5/1999, in which also the tentative price for the plot was fixed at 74,425. In 2006, bracket 27/6/2006, another demand of rupees 92,018 was put up by the appellant board on the ground that there was some default in carrying out the obligations under the agreement by the allottee, and therefore by the allottee. Against the aforesaid letter of demand of rupees 92,000 and rupees 18, 92 rupees 92,018, the original allottee approached this court via CWJC number 12585 of 2007. The matter under the orders of the bench was remitted to the price fixation committee for fixing the price which the original allottee was required to pay, and such order was directed to be passed in a speaking manner. Consequently, the pricing committee, by the order dated 22/4/2014, found that the original allottee had delayed in making payments, and therefore such escalation cost which had been saddled on him was justified. The order reflects, the order of the pricing committee reflects that the allotment was made in the year 1996, but the agreement was executed in the year 1999, and therefore anybody who was at fault was the original allottee and not the board. The learned single judge found that no good ground was given by the price fixation committee for holding that the payment was delayed only because of the inaction of the allottee. It was noted by the learned single judge that the original allottee was asked to execute an agreement only on 8/2/1999, which fact was never controverted before the pricing committee. Thus, the 3 years hiatus between the allotment and the hypothecation agreement was clearly not attributable to the allottee. On this score alone, the learned single judge was of the view that the laches, if at all, was on the part of the board, and therefore the order passed by the price fixation committee became highly suspect in the eyes of law. The demand letter, therefore, the demand letter as well as the order passed by the chairman of the price fixation committee dated 22/4/2014 was therefore set aside. Dr. Anand Kumar, learned advocate for the appellant board, has submitted that the delay of 3 years, if cannot be saddled solely on the allottee, cannot also be attributed to the board. If no document was placed before the price fixation committee with respect to the justification of the delay of 3 years in executing the agreement after the allotment, the allottee also ought to have ought to have placed on record any proof of the fact that the agreement was prevented at the instance of the board. Apart from this, it has been submitted that in accordance with the rules and regulations of the housing board, which permits saddling of escalation cost at the market rate, has completely been ignored by the learned single judge. He further submits that the single judge did not have the wherewithals to test the correctness of the decision of the price fixation committee, which alone had the tools and the mechanism for fixing and quantifying the amount on account of delay in execution of the agreement. All the aforesaid grounds have been noted by us for the purposes of being rejected. The board has slapped the demand notice on the heirs of the allottee / respondents, and therefore the board is under an obligation to explain that the delay was not on account of the allottee not having the hypothecation agreement executed. If the order passed by the price fixation committee does not at all explain or take into account that there was no delay on the part of the allottee, and therefore there is no justification for saddling any escalation in the cost by way of penalty on the respondents who have stepped into the shoes of the original allottee, he having already left the world of living. There is no merit in this appeal, and we have no option but to dismiss the same. The appeal stands dismissed, but without any order as to costs.
Selected Mr. Rajnikant Singh.
May I please, Your Honor?
Yes?
क्या है?
What is that?
My lord, the original petition earlier uploaded through online. My lord, this is original.
All right. Yes.
May I please, Your Lordship?